morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, cause it's showtime!
Welcome to the morning crew. What are you laughing at? Did you have it on?
She is his best.
Did you hear me
audience, by the
cursing
way.
on the air? People, sorry, excuse me for the cursing. Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear it?
No, I had your mic unmuted. I thought I clicked over and then unmuted your mic, so I looked over, it was not switched.
Val, you are his best audience.
You are
She's
just.
still laughing.
She's one scary chick, and then she's laughing, and I don't know why. Now I'm beginning to wonder, what did I do wrong?
And
now?
Teddy just shaking her head.
Teddy says, "What the hell's going on?"
I already said to him this morning, I go, Dad, it's over here. Dad.
What's
Call you-
over here?
Remember you're looking for the box? And I have things tucked in strategic corners around here.
It looks like crowded though.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Happy Monday.
What happened to my stuff?
What stuff you looking for? If you
I had a lot of stuff
do you know
here.
what's missing?
Is this my book?
Yes, it is now.
It is now.
I accidentally took your book home over the week over the weekend thinking it was mine, and I opened it up and all the notes that I keep in my book were not there.
So whose book is that?
That one's yours.
So you brought
I
it back?
switched it back. Of course.
It looks a little puny. What's the stuff that I had in
It's
it?
still there. It's in the back. I did not touch your stuff, but I accidentally took your book home instead of my book. So, and just to alleviate that issue with my mask, I now have nail polish on my mask. So, since we all have similar masks, so we will all know that this is mine. Dawn's mask. Because someone says to me, "Why don't you put your name on it?" I go, "Why? Pink nail polish should suffice as Dawn's mask." Anyway, happy Monday to you. I have brought your book back. Your book had nothing in it except your papers in the back.
Well, how can I start putting anything in it if you
I
keep
took
taking it?
I know.
You take it off the premises. There's no way I can.
I know.
Is anybody having a hard time with their phone?
No.
No.
Happy Monday to you. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty quiet. It was kind of cool. I did a lot of new stuff without really doing stuff.
Good.
It's funny, but I wore my Tampax to the beach.
That's a whole nother show for a whole nother story.
I wore this all weekend
Did you? How'd that work out for you?
because I decided not to go with the black because I wanted people to wear the freaking mask. So it's funny. I went to dinner on Saturday night and everybody had a mask. And there was a couple that came, they did not, and they gave them a choice. Either take a mask or you got to go.
I went to get my nails done on Saturday, and apparently there was a guy in the back getting a pedicure, and he took his mask off, and he upset one of the patrons. So she had to come and tell her nail girl, who told the owner, and then they sent someone else to tell him to put his mask on.
Martin County, I want to congratulate you as the stupid county of the year.
It's going to be one of those days?
Well, they they finished their mandated mask wearing yesterday, and they will not be renewing mandating masks. Now it's going to be optional. Yep, in Martin County. I really don't know where Martin County is. No, do I care? Yes, no.
It is north of us.
But it's just the stupidity behind it. Did you see last week we talked about the school in Georgia, and the girl actually got suspended for posting the picture of the kids in the hallway?
Yeah.
And did you see what happened now? 250 cases of virus.
Say good morning to Don in Newark, Ohio. Good morning, Don.
Is it still warm up there?
In Ohio? I know, God bless you. I guess Teddy sneezed on
Sneezing
the
on the
truth. I
truth.
guess it is.
Do you know, I went to Ohio one time. Good morning, Don. I went to Ohio one time and I saw a deer run across the highway. Yeah, I didn't hit it, and I was going pretty fast. And another car hit it on the other side. And man, they could create a lot of damage.
A deer? Well, they're enormous animals.
How do you know?
We have them down here.
We have them in North Florida, Central Florida.
Have you ever met the deer?
I've seen a deer run in front of the car.
But have you ever met the deer like face to face? Have you ever had a conversation
Like
with a deer?
Bambi, no. I've never spoken to Bambi in person.
You never had a conversation with a deer?
No, have you? Although I did have a conversation with the bird on Saturday. I'll just show you a picture that I took.
You had a conversation with a bird.
Hmm. Good morning, Selena.
It's Latina Salina.
Latina Selena.
Como,
Wearing a Selena shirt.
como talibú?
How
Look
you
at
doing?
that.
You still have your boot on?
Yeah. Okay, just gonna put this in the back.
Make yourself at home.
Well, then
Yeah,
grab
there
a
was
mic
a
because I got questions
There was
for
a
you.
little bird perched in the corner of the nail salon, and the nail salon's really great, and they're good for appointments. And then at the end of it, more people come in, and then I gotta go. And my daughter was there with me, so I let her finish up, and I waited outside. And there was a little bird in the corner, and just sitting there. You never see pigeons just hang out unless you're like Mary Poppins. So I figured I must have been Mary Poppins for the day, and I had to talk to the birds, feed the birds. I had nothing to feed them except my liquid breakfast. So.
So what you throw your liquid breakfast on
I
the floor?
didn't. I just tried to chat with the bird. Have you ever seen a bird's eyes? They're like flaps. They sideways close. I've never gotten that close to a pigeon to watch the eyes close sideways. Have you?
Let me think. No.
I hadn't either until Saturday.
Is this like? Am I like in the freaking Twilight Zone here? And nobody says nothing. Nobody
Seriously.
looks at you. Nobody says nothing.
Because it was
You
the
are
beauty of
mental.
nature, and I'm looking for her nest because clearly she must have been nesting, just hanging out. But there was no nest in the corner of the concrete sidewalk. But her eyes were kind of fluttering. So
What's-
anyway,
You know what's mental? Feeding giant tarpon fish.
giant tarpon fish.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate tarpon.
I don't know if I've ever.
Right.
How big are tarpon?
Wait, wait, wait. Give me
You hit the right over here.
What is it?
Teddy, they're up here.
What is a tarpon fish? What is that? It's like, don't worry about it. Is that like one of those giant goldfish things?
No, they're huge. It's a tarpon fish.
Is her mic on, Val?
Is Val's A1 on?
Yeah. A tarpon fish, they are so huge and they have these sharp teeth. They're like the fish that eat other fish. And there's a place in the Keys where you can go and you have like a bucket of fish and you feed them. People will stick their arms into the water so that the tarpon can come up. And I've seen it come up past people's elbows and they will just bite them. Yeah,
That's
it's
disgusting.
terrifying. And these kids will like stick the water and try and hit the tarpon with other fish. It's terrifying.
A tarpon fish.
At Two Georges, they have these kind of fish.
So you let your kids hang out, put your hands in the tarpon's mouth, and feed them?
They don't go, you don't go in the mouth.
They don't have
Like,
teeth.
People do.
I'm watching these kids.
Do, but like I never did. You
Yeah, but they had like very small teeth.
No, they don't.
They're big.
No, they're not.
Now,
My friends did it and he got his arm shredded because it grabs on and then it'll fall down. It's disgusting, yeah.
No more feeding the tarpon fish. Ever notice all the things you should not and cannot do anymore?
feeding the tarpon has nothing to do with anymore. You shouldn't do that
You
anyway.
should not put your hand in an animal's mouth and feed it. Did you ever go camping with girls? Did anyone do Girl Scouts camping?
Yeah.
We went to the Metro Zoo in Miami, and we fed the rhinoceros, and we had a sleepover there. An indoor
You
camp
slept with
out.
the rhinoceroses?
No, well, understand it was a Boca Girl Scout troop, just like I told you the Boca Girl Scout troop story up in Cape Port Canaveral.
Yeah, you
Same
slept
thing
under
goes
the
to
thing
Metro
taking
Zoo.
off.
They have like the administration cabin where you can sleep in the zoo.
Why would any Girl Scout group sleep in an administration cabin?
Because this was the Boca Girl Scout group, and not all these Boca moms are going to camp outside in the zoo. So you can go camping, kind of like a glamping.
But you didn't go camping. You went to an office.
You go glamping. You blow up your air mattress. You sleep in the air-conditioned hut.
How old were
administration
these
building.
kids?
Chelsea must have been in kindergarten or first grade. So I was, a couple years older than that.
So your
I was probably
idea,
about 30.
so your idea of camping is having a Marriott on the corner, like I used to do when I used to go camping.
Pretty much.
When you want to go real camping, you go at Boy Scouts.
Boy Scout troop, real camping.
Have you
Teddy's
ever-
going real camping this weekend.
Have you ever gone real camping?
Yes.
Have you ever roughed it
Well,
with mud coming out of your nose and
out
all
of
that?
Boca Beach, I did once.
No, Boca Beach is not camping.
Yeah, there's a park, a Spanish River Park, right
I'm talking
across
about
the
in a
inlet.
mountain,
Oh no,
not a beach. A beach you can jump in the water and get clean. I'm talking about we got a rug, you got dirt,
Spanish River Park has campgrounds.
campgrounds. That's not camping.
What is it?
I'm talking about real camping. You have to build the fire. You got to knock the tree down to burn the wood. I'm not a
Somebody else
campground.
do that.
Not anymore.
They say camping is one
What
of
do
the
you mean you don't do
safest
that
vacations
anymore?
right now during this pandemic.
She does it. You go hard camping, don't you?
I don't cut my own trees down.
So when you go camping, there's a thing where you guys have a fire thing
No,
for
we
you,
just
right?
bring our own firewood.
Oh, you could do that too.
Yeah, we don't like cut down trees.
No, I went with my ex brother-in-law, and we're looking at the mountain saying, "Wow, look at that!" And the next thing we know, there's a big hole in it. And we said, "What is that?" Here comes Kenny. Dun, 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 dun. He thought he was Paul Bunyan. We had brought firewood.
Ever take
So-
the boys camping?
We used to go every year when it was small. So we asked Kenny, we brought firewood. He says, "That's not real camping. Real camping is when you you knock down your own wood and yada, yada, yada." So what happens when you burn live wood?
It's
You know what
wet.
happens.
It's real smoky.
So my sister said, "It's like London." Like, this is so funny.
Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Happy Monday. Woo.
How was your weekend?
It was okay.
Did you do anything spectacular?
Try to do some art for my promo, but it's like, no, it's not. They're not good enough.
I gotta tell you, people are loving your promotional pieces that you're putting out. Everyone's asking me, who did this and who did this? And we are working on all of that stuff. Today is National S'mores Day, by the way. Did you know?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Have you ever had a s'mores?
Oh yeah.
You had a s'mores? I'm the only one in here who never had a s'mores.
Yes.
You've gone camping, but you've never had s'mores.
I had beer.
We're having that too today. We've got Barrel of Monks joining us and s'mores. So
More
our
beer.
12 o'clock hour today, be drinking and eating.
I learned how to drink beer when I went camping. Different types of beers. How much beer can you hold?
Do you like beer?
When I went camping, I
do
used
you
to.
enjoy the taste of beer?
I enjoy anything wet.
We're not going there. Although we could, it's a morning show, but we will not. We will refrain from what my partner just said, which is all good.
What's wrong with what I said?
Nothing
I
is
meant
wrong with you said.
iced
with what you
tea.
said.
You ever have iced tea?
Uh-huh.
What do you put in iced tea?
Ice.
Vodka. Why are you laughing?
You put vodka in your iced tea?
Since I was 12. Since I was 21.
How did Jack Palmer, is it a Jack Palmer? The
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer
Jack
gets-
is his brother.
okay,
Jack
so-
Daniels? No. You used to put Jack Daniels in yours. Yeah, I know.
How did Arnold Palmer get the name for that drink? Who would ever think of mixing lemonade and iced tea? So my brother does that, and I really think it's because he has lived most of his adult life in Orlando, and I think it's like a cultural drink because the amount of sugar that has to be in a sweetened
Arnold
iced tea
Palmer?
and lemonade. That it's a thing
Well,
on
I heard-
menus in Orlando. We don't have it down here.
I heard that the Arnold Palmer that he drank had vodka in it.
The Arnold Palmer is a name commonly used for a non-alcoholic beverage that combines iced tea and lemonade. The name refers to the professional American golfer Arnold Palmer, who is
Correct.
known to often request this drink. Some attribute the invention of the beverage to the golfer.
But he had vodka in his. Did you see the golfer yesterday that won the tournament and hit that ball, a hole in one, the 11th? Went right
I
in.
saw the Miami Heat. The basketball is still in their bubble, and they're successfully getting through a couple of games already.
Yeah, because they're all under one roof. If they had to travel to different places, that plan would go to kaput.
I have a question though. All the refs and their food service people, is everyone in the bubble? Is everyone within the entire organization bubble-fied?
You don't leave the building.
Everybody. So refs, custodians,
Everybody,
food
including the
service,
roaches, yes.
Everyone is in this building. How many people? There's a movie like that, like Logan's Run, where you're in
It's
this
got to be
bubble.
3,000,
this-
4,000 people.
in this bubble. For how long?
Till it's over.
And when
Another
is it
2
over?
weeks.
Oh,
It'll
it's
be
a
done.
short season?
It's the playoffs.
This is the playoffs? No. This
Basketball.
is basketball playoffs?
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are playing the Lakers, and I don't know who Miami's playing.
How many teams are there?
They were 20. I think they're down to 10 now.
So everyone lives in this bubble.
Yeah.
I knew the players, but when you think about the amount of ancillary staff that has to keep these players
And there we
safe,
go. Ancillary staff. What the hell is that? What's that, like a Band-Aid? What's an ancillary?
everybody else other than the players.
That's what it is.
Refs, food service,
Yes,
custodians.
yes, more yes.
What about
There is, yes. Either
conjugal
you're in or
visits?
you're out of
What
the
about
bunch.
conjugal visits?
No. You
None of those.
No, there's no humping a tree until it's all over.
So you're in there, no conjugal visits, no nothing.
Nothing. I
You
mean,
were
you can
just-
hump each other for all I care, but
You're just in there down for the count.
I hate the Miami Heat, so I don't care what they
Well,
do.
I'm just saying, if there's more than the Heat there, there's a lot of teams.
There's a lot of teams.
And they're all in this
What
bubble.
is the King is in there with the Lakers.
Can you imagine if you were a fly on the wall, those conversations?
No,
that
I
they
don't
must
think.
have?
I think that the whole setup is stupid.
Why? But it's working.
It's working, yeah, okay. Did you see the excitement between the Oakland Athletics and the Houston Astros.
No.
Well, somebody got hit with a pitch, and the guy was screaming at the guy in the dugout, and they charged
Can I
each
take
other.
a picture of you?
I'm trying not to be bad.
She's so funny.
So drink your water. What's the matter?
I'm watching her.
I
It's
get you a
okay,
longer.
you
Why don't you get a longer straw? So
We should get to the one. You have the one with the straw. She's hilarious.
I'm not saying nothing. So
good.
so
Enjoy
so there
life.
was a brawl on the diamond, a brawl, physical fight, and and now they're thinking of suspending both teams for 15 games. It's only 60 games, and they played 20, so 20 minus 20 is 40.
20
So those
minus
two
20
teams
is
will never
nothing.
make it to the playoffs.
20 minus 20 is 0.
60 minus 40 is 20.
Yes.
So those two teams, if they suspend them for 15 games, they're done. But they
What
did
sport?
the baseball.
Oh.
They did the one thing that they asked them not to do: no fighting during the virus.
And they fought.
Physical. It's funny. You ever seen an argument on the field between an umpire and a coach?
Yeah. Oh, you're not allowed to get
They're like
physical,
this.
right?
They're like this. They're like real far away from each other. It's the funniest thing. The Yankees.
I saw that happen last week, right? And everyone sort of went out and went whoop, and they couldn't do that. So everyone backed off. It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, but
Self-control.
yesterday we got out of hand. That's
Can you
the problem.
exercise self-control?
It's a stupid baseball game. Now, I understand that the guy got hit twice in the same game. I get it. I mean, a 99-mile-an-hour pitch, no matter where it hits you, it's a scary thing. It changes your career. But you should you see, this is why old school works. In the olden days, some of the greatest baseball players always retaliated, but they did it intelligently.
Okay, what would that be?
Bert Campaneris, anybody remember him? The shortstop for the Oakland Athletic. He got hit 3 times in the game. The third time, what do you think he did?
He walked away.
He flung that bat right at the pitcher and hit him right in the face.
What do they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me third time, and then you're just stupid.
And you're going to get hit.
Pretty much in life.
So he
3 strikes, you're out.
He flung this bat at
Uh-huh.
him. And that ended it. I mean, the guy's, guy's like, what are you going to do? Everybody's like shocked. You throw a piece of wood at somebody, a baseball bat, or you chase somebody with a bat. Now, the object of the game here is they say, well, what kind of guy chases you with a bat? Well, what kind of guy chases you with a baseball? Throwing 99 miles an hour will take your head off.
I don't know. We should get the crew in here and find out what's going on with them for their mornings. Want to take a commercial break? Bring the rest
See,
of the
this
crew
is
in.
OCD at its best. She
Well,
did
no.
not. She did not pay attention to any of that. But if I told her that they found out that Girl Scout cookies are a good way of getting the virus
no, I
out
want to have
there,
our crew in here and
maybe
have the
she'll even listen to
conversation.
her.
Because here's the thing, I'm not really up on baseball, so perhaps they are, and they can participate in the conversation.
well, can
a
I
little
hit you
more.
with a baseball at 99 miles an hour? That's all you gotta know.
No.
Why? It hurts.
And by the third time, 3 strikes, you're out.
well,
you
they
gotta
hit the
go.
guy twice.
But none of it makes any sense. It's kind of like a metaphor for life. My brain is on a whole nother level.
But how are they going to have football? Because football is a full contact sport. What are you gonna do? Put them in a bubble?
As Benny says, it's a collision sport.
They start practice next week.
I don't know how they're going to do anything. The
I don't
Florida
see it
bar is
working.
supposed to be next week, and they had a trial last week. And it didn't go so well, so they're going to do another trial, but they're having a hard time figuring out how to fix what didn't work last week, for this week, for next week. It's all a big mess.
16 schools are opening up today and tomorrow for in contact, and you will have, they said, 97,000 cases of kids in the first 2 weeks have
I
been
think I have
tested positive.
solved the problem for school. 2 weeks in, 2 weeks virtual, and it goes on a rotation.
It ain't gonna work
Why? Thanks,
because
Ed.
they did it for 2 weeks and 97,000 cases came down with the kids.
97,000. Did you make that up?
Look it
Is that
up.
for real?
Yeah.
Where?
Do you know that it took us 17 days to break 1 million positive cases? 17 days.
Where's 97,000 cases?
Look
from
it up
school?
from the 2 weeks of schools that are open face to face.
Where though?
All
Different states?
in the southern state. Look it up. Look it up.
I texted Dina thinking that because I know some of the schools were canceled. My niece is supposed to be going to Micah, which I think is an art school in Maryland. She's getting ready to go this week. Last week they canceled school and went all virtual. And I know some of the schools in Connecticut are doing the same. So I texted Dina what was happening. She said she's full speed ahead and she's going to school this week.
And she's going into the class?
No. I think they're
Should be
online.
virtual.
Maybe it is.
So
in
why did they
class.
make her go all the way up there if she's gonna go virtual?
I guess to pay for housing. I don't know. None of it makes any sense to me. And I know University of Florida closed their dorms unless they have individual bathrooms. All the dorms that have bathrooms in the floor, like 1 per floor or 2 per floor, those dorms are closed. So now everyone has to live off campus. And I guess they're sending you your housing money back, but it still does not equate to the amount of money it's going to cost
But
you
you
to
know
live in
something,
an
it's not
apartment.
gonna it's not gonna matter anymore because what's happening. Look what happened in South
But the
Dakota.
classes are online at UF. So
You saw what happened in South Dakota?
what happened?
100,000 people, bikers.
I saw it was down to 10,000
100,000. They showed the numbers.
that they're going. Have
They're
they gone yet?
there. Over the weekend, they were there.
I burnt my thumb on my curling iron. Sorry, it's a little hot. That cold microphone kind of feels good on it.
Why would you put your thumb on a curling iron?
I didn't do it on purpose. It slipped out of my hand this morning.
How easy it is to lose control of curling iron?
You have any idea how easy it is to lose control of a curling iron?
I'm not going to even
Like,
answer
how many
that.
licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, ow!
Yeah, but in order for it to have burned you, you must have hold on to the hot part, right?
No, it just slips and hits you in the hand.
But if it slips, you let it go, let it fall to the floor.
Uh,
You held on to it. You try to grab it.
No,
At
see,
the
I
wrong
hold it in
end.
this hand,
Mhm.
and I was holding the hair in this hand, and I think my thumb got stuck where my hair normally goes.
How long have you been using a curling
A
iron?
few years.
A few years? More than that. And you still get burned. Well, then you deserve it.
Thank you very much for playing.
Well, if you don't know how to use things, don't use them.
What were we talking about, by the way?
Look, Dawn, I put my finger in the mic
in the socket. There are consequences
and now I got
to
4
actions.
left.
It's funny. I use that term a lot. I always say there are consequences to actions and boundaries. And do you still believe no such thing as boundaries? Are you a non-believer in boundaries?
Except unless you're wearing not wearing a mask. Then I believe in boundaries all the time.
So it's shifted.
Nothing's shifted. You're taking it out of proportion or commotion or whatever the hell it is.
Are there boundaries in your weekend for people to contact you for work? Do you have like time boundaries on what you're going to do? How much people can
People
say
are
and
calling
try and
me
run your
now,
life?
and
Yeah,
I
but-
says I can't answer
Yeah,
now.
but it's kind of a work hour, so I get that.
No, if I don't want to answer, I don't answer.
Do you have boundaries on letting people do things that you don't want to do? Or do you stand firm in what you want to do? That really hurts.
You know, sometimes you got to measure your losses.
Have you changed? Have you gotten older?
I've gotten to the point of having these conversations really don't make a difference anymore. A lot of things don't make a difference anymore. If you tell the people to wear masks and they say, I don't want to, they're not going to. So what are you going to do?
It's a funny, kind of an interesting point because the more you talk, the more people don't listen anyway. I don't mean you, I mean people in general.
general.
The more we express opinions for things, the more people don't listen and they just have their own opinions. Have you noticed that?
I noticed. Look, the president gets up there, he puts 4 executive orders together, which he can't do. I love it. He can't do any of those things, technically.
I got to tell you what's going on in the news and all of these political commercials.
If one of these Bozo the Clowns is going to
Someone's going to win.
is going to win.
Should be you.
But they should vote for me. Did you see Engel from New York? You know, the Engel was in power when I was in college.
You know how
That's a
bad the
scary
storm
thought.
was in New York? The hurricane that we didn't get? People got knocked
Long
out.
Island. They're getting
Power.
sued too. Con Edison's being sued because they were not prepared.
Remember Denise, who we had on the show, my accountability buddy? She hasn't had power in 7 days.
I know. She should come to Florida. Come
Like,
on down
we
to
don't
the hot
even
zone,
get that
baby.
news, right? I had no idea it was that bad there.
My
Why
sister,
don't we know?
my sister says she lives in heaven, and we're hell. I go, really? She says, yes, it's hell down there. I wouldn't go down there if you buy me a ticket. And isn't it funny how they were hell, and we were like, yo, chill out.
I don't think it's so bad here. I got a whole other perception of it. Just when you think you've got another perception, you hear another bad story.
Oh, I could tell you
But then
hundreds
you
of
can hear
bad
10
stories.
good stories for one bad. So I would always tend to lean on the sun rising and the new dawn than the bad. How do you like our new branding, by the way?
I liked it a lot. Pretty good stuff.
Chelsea's been,
I like it.
she's working on all that stuff. I said I would pay her. And she goes, here's my bank account. You don't need to pay me. I go, you're right, I don't. I'm like, you're good.
What's wrong with her bank account?
She's doing well.
So
Because
tell her to pay us.
so the nice thing about being a teacher for her was Teachers got paid even when they were online teaching. She's been working at a spectacular summer camp over the summer. She's going to be working there starting at the fall. Today's the last week. They went to virtual camp this week.
Is she going into class?
Camp or class?
Class.
I don't know. They're supposed to, but I don't know what
That's
the
gonna change.
protocols are.
You had to sort of call and follow the news and everything.
Yeah,
else 'cause
so I don't know.
changed the
They
stable.
were in camp up until Friday. Then this week, camp is virtual, and I'm not sure. They're planning going back, but school doesn't start until after Labor Day, so subject to change in the next 3 weeks, I guess.
You know, the funny thing is that you try to become creative because, you know, allegedly you're supposed to be home. So you have like a birthday party, you put everybody on the lawn.
Until the
Seen
kids
people
go
do
to
that?
take. The hardest thing is keeping kids separate. Now, adults, I see pictures of birthday parties, adults are wearing the mask. But the kids are at a party table with their friends without masks. So what does that mean? Everyone's exposing everybody else and they go home?
But I seen kids with masks.
Yes,
don't get
kids
it.
do wear masks, and there are pictures you see on social media where kids are not wearing masks.
So this is my question of the day because I keep hearing if you wear a mask, you sort of cut down spreading the disease.
I think there's
In
a
other
big
words,
barrier. I
hold
agree.
on, I have the mask. So if I put my tampon on here, then this prevents me from spreading it to you guys.
So if you wear the mask, it prevents droplets of saliva or air or anything from getting out to anyone else, and it also protects you from anyone who's not wearing a mask, from touching you, but it's most effective in protecting other people.
Okay, so it's in this direction.
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, mostly. So if I already have the virus and I do this, is it going to protect you from not getting it?
It will help, yes.
It will help. It greatly
it
reduces
is not
the
100%.
chances. No.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, if I had the virus, does that mean I'm never getting it again?
They don't know.
Well, you had the cold, you'll get it more than once. A virus is a virus. Don't call it a virus if you can get it more than once.
Well,
right?
flu is a virus, and you can get the flu a lot. It's because they're different strains. It's always mutating, so we don't know enough about the antibodies yet.
Correct.
So then my logistical mind has been at work.
Oh, jeez.
And I was talking to Gio, and I would like to create a mask that has a chemical on it that changes colors if you have the virus. They do it for prophylactics. They do it for condoms. You know the condom, right? It has if you have a disease, it changes the color.
Seriously? It's been a long time since I've used those, so I couldn't
So
tell
nail
you.
polish and straws that can detect certain chemicals in drinks, like date rape drugs and all.
They came out with straws also, which they want the bars to mandate the bars. And they said
Wow.
no. But why
Let's try
can't
and
we?
get some of these manufacturers on.
Yeah,
get the info.
well, I don't know. It's very controversial. They'll come out. But if you wear a mask that changes color, it's indicating you have the virus.
It's interesting.
What would you do if you saw my mask turning orange? You'd probably run the hell out of here, right? That would avoid a lot of problems.
That's interesting. That's true, too.
You could end up causing a lot of prejudice because someone could be asymptomatic, someone could not know it, could be a violation of your rights.
Okay, so let's agree then that you should get tested. We don't know if you're positive, asymptomatic, or anything in between. But if this bad boy changes color, you're going to be hanging out with me? No. You're going to be in a restaurant with me? No. What if a restaurant guy is wearing the mask, serving the food, and it changes color? He's going to tell you, well, I got wet. No. It changes color. You
It's
got to
an
go.
interesting idea.
This is why Freddie for president. You could spend $1 trillion. You don't think you'll come up with a mask that changes at least cover if the first hint of the virus is
So
in
what
the
did
air?
your son say?
He says, Dad, that's brilliant. I vote for you.
Trademark it.
How am I going to trademark it? It's not even on the market. Now watch somebody that
Have
create
you
it.
ever tried to trademark something? I went on a
Yes.
site yesterday to trademark something, and it started off really inexpensive until you go to
$25,000.
until you go to the
Uh-huh.
cart, and then it's whatever one you sign up for,
Yeah.
plus the fees for the research, plus the patent, plus and it's like holy smoke! I did not buy
It
it.
takes about 4 years. I had a show. I produced a show by a gentleman who was a trademark attorney. And he had that disease that he could stretch his face, like Neil Armstrong, the doll. His
Stretch
face
Armstrong, you mean?
Yeah, stretch him too. He could stretch his face. His fingers went out to here. He had elasticity, it's called, some kind of disease. And I thought he was kidding until he stretched his chin. He went like this.
And it went back.
Yeah, it pops right back.
And
Stretchable skin. So
What
he was one of those attorneys, and I wanted to trademark AMP, and it was like $25,000 just to say hi. I said, okay.
you didn't do it. In concept, these things sound great, and then you look at it and you think, well, maybe I don't need to do that so much.
No, if you have the money, you'll do it, of course.
Interesting.
But that's true about a lot of things, right? If you have $50,000 burning a hole in you, what would you do with $50,000?
Me?
You go buy shoes.
I'd
I know.
probably give some of it away then.
No, what would you do for your business if you had to spend $50,000?
Uh-oh. What are my choices?
There is no choices, though. What would you do? You got 50 large. What would you do with it?
I pay them. I pay the kids.
So you would use it on salary. So you're going to use it inwards, not outwards. You're not going to promote your business on TV or anything.
Maybe a little, but if I had a majority of it would go to pay the crew because we couldn't do what we do without them, and they are with us every day.
But what if you were to invest in something that creates more money and you use that money to pay them?
So I would try and sprinkle a little bit there too. But there's
You
no
can't
guarantees.
sprinkle. There's one usage.
There are
Boom.
no guarantees that that is going to grow your business.
What the hell you want to guarantee? I ain't even saying anything about a guarantee. The only
It's
guarantee
like-
you get is there is
it's like
none.
Facebook ads. You can put $50,000 into Facebook ads and get absolutely zero in return.
Right.
But I can pay our crew for everything they've done for us, and they get more in return because they would have that.
I had a guy one time with me for a year and 2 months, and he did a show with me. He was really good. And he got one client in a year and 2 months. This is like Paul Vaniato's
I was
story,
gonna say, yeah.
except Paul's was bigger. This guy, he got one client for $260,000. And he said, thank you very much. And he's still friends. We're still friends to today. But
Was he happy with that or not happy with that?
he was shocked. He says, I can't believe it.
So he was happy with that ROI.
Yeah, but the ROI didn't come until the very end. I mean, he put out a lot of material. People knew about him. But sometimes you have to measure success by different means.
We should come back after commercial break. Ask, how do you measure success? Bring in Selena, bring in Vinny. We'll have them pull up some chairs. So I got one here. See how they measure success. See how their weekend was on our Morning Brew crew. Give us a call. 888-994-4995, Studio A. Let us know how your weekend went and what is your Monday morning motivation. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Then we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a motivational Monday. Brenda Warren sent me a really beautiful Monday motivation video, but I don't know how to upload it from Facebook. So I guess I need to ask her for the...
From Facebook.
Yeah, there's no way to share it, is there?
Yes, there is.
Is there? Okay.
Share it or download it. Two different things.
Play it.
Yeah, you have to download it and play it.
We can do that from Facebook?
Yeah.
Again, technology is not my strong suit. I did spend the weekend writing emails and pitches. And I sent Freddie everything.
And I sent them all back.
And I'm thinking he probably never even read them.
I read them.
He always gets, on Google Docs, you can see how the other person's reading it. We can see their cursor and usually gets
I
the
even
first
changed some
paragraph.
of them.
But you never get past that first paragraph.
No, I read it, but most of it is boilerplate, and it was good. But then this time it was different because you were sending it to different people.
It was not boilerplate, exactly.
No, but it's like if you send a letter to Vinny. You know Vinny, right? I don't know Vinny. So you send a letter to Vinny. How can I change a letter that you're writing to Vinny?
Well, it was more the conceptual ideas that I
No,
put
in
in
the
it.
conception, you knew what you were thinking. I'm not going to change that.
The conceptual ideas in my brain. I know. It was a crazy weekend writing. You know what happens when someone pushes you as your accountability partner? So Lady Ann and I, all weekend long, she levels me up. And then she's driving. I go, who's driving now? Because she drove from Boston back to Florida on Saturday.
Yeah.
She left at 7 a.m. Saturday. She got back, I think, at 6 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
And at midnight, she's texting me, Mark is sleeping. I said, so is your daughter driving? She says, no, I am. I said, then stop texting me. I'll talk to you in the morning. And she went, okay. So that was the end of that. But
Look at this. You got a Dawn Says. Oh, that's a new thing. Where are the cowbells?
Cowbell.
they're in the back.
All right, we're going to pull out the cowbells starting today at 12 o'clock. And I'm going to start a new campaign. Because I was getting all sorts of rips and everything else over the weekend. And we're going to do, when I say Dawn, and there it comes.
Good morning.
Right on cue. And when I say Dawn Says, we're going to ring a cowbell.
Because you know how many Freddie says? Teddy and I look at each other. We go, 1.
No, we're done with that
Two.
BS. We're done with that BS.
Does it count as I like what Freddie said as the same as Freddie said?
No,
Is that the same thing?
no,
Or Freddie, I agree with you?
No.
That's not the same thing either?
no,
Okay. We shall see. We shall see.
no.
We
Well, we're going to
shall
all
see.
have cowbells from now on. We are all going to have mass communication condemnation, whatever they call it. So when Dawn says we're gonna hit the cowbell, and we're gonna put an end to this nonsense. And you're gonna see a lot of bell ringing.
We have to give Val the paper. I meant to retype it up for you so I can put it there for her because she's got mine on a million different places for the numbers to go and see that also. Vinny, how was your weekend other than your pictures?
I played some games.
Open up those mics.
Hung out. No, I didn't hang out with anyone actually.
Open them all up.
I was thinking like, oh wait, my friend's birthday thing. No, I didn't hang out with
He's
him.
on 4.
Oh.
You didn't see your friend.
Nah, he's going through some
4.
stuff. It's like, damn, I was excited to see him. I'll give him his present, but no, we never hung out. So all my presents still stay in my house, lonely, just chilling.
What'd
You stayed
do?
all weekend by
Lonely?
yourself?
Yeah, here and there, yeah.
Did you watch dirty movies?
I mean, what else you gotta do?
I know.
Are you guys serious?
That's what guys do,
Are
baby.
you serious?
What
Come on.
What else you gotta do?
No, really? Really?
What are you talking about?
Guys only think about watching dirty movies?
When they were alone? Yeah.
I mean, what else you doing on Saturday night?
Oh,
What are you going to
I
watch?
don't know.
Godzilla versus Megatron?
I
I
would
was
watch. Honestly, I would
watching-
watch that.
I think
That
I
sounds
watched
fun.
Minions with my daughter, and I looked at her. I said, "Are we really watching Minions?" True. All I can tell you.
Okay, so Latina Selena, we got a question. How do you measure success? What is the measurement? Is that what the question was?
How do you measure success?
Yeah. Is that what we were going to ask?
Is it always a financial?
What did Dawn say?
Is it always a? I forgot what Dawn said. Is there always a financial ROI for success?
That wasn't the question. You see how she changes it?
Well,
What was the question, Teddy?
how do you
That's
measure
it.
success?
Forget about
Okay.
ROI, A, B, C, E, F, G. How do you measure success?
I say it's all about like determination, your willingness. If you're very determined to get something done or a goal that you want to achieve, it's determination.
But how do you measure that you were there? In other words, let's say that you created the phone and the phone now is done. How do you measure that it's successful?
From how many people,
By the usage.
yeah, the usage of it, and what else they incorporate it with. It's like a business, like let's say in Africa, and they're incorporating that in like the schools over there. I would call that a successful tactic right there, you know.
So its usage is the way you measure its success. Usage.
We have someone on the phone. Okay.
Who do we got on the phone?
I don't know who it is, but she wanted to talk about what she's motivated Monday.
All right. Let's hear your motivational Monday.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, I have been your newest fan since I moved to Florida, and we have a friend in common, JC, and I'm Charlotte. I'm the gal that types in all these fun messages.
How are you doing?
Hey! You know, I've asked Charlotte to come
Hey.
a ton of times, but she's very, very busy. You still busy?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I work full time, and I want to do my job, do it right. And I'm in advertising, I'm in marketing, and in the world that we're living in today, people need us, and we're all doing this together. We're all winging it, and then we're coming up with ideas and solutions. So I'm working constantly.
She's an
I work for a very, very
large.
large company.
Now, Charlotte,
What?
let me ask you the question that we're asking the kids on the air today. How do you measure success?
Oh, okay. The first thing, the way you measure success is how you do yourself. Okay. When I was growing up, and I still am, by the way, my mom would always say to me, wake up every morning and look outside. And even if it's raining out, even if there's clouds out there, just say, wow, I'm so happy to be alive. So I think the success comes from within first, in order to love yourself and in order to be able to say, okay, I'm ready to do my day, whether it be happy, maybe it's not so happy for that day, but I want to do it. So having a lot of positivity is your first measure of success from within. Then from there, you better organize and reorganize and make sure that every day you reprioritize in order to make sure that in your business world that you make it work. In your personal world, everybody has their own thing going on, so you just have to be respectful, and success comes from being respectful as well. That's kind of how I see it. And I'm not perfect. I'd like to be, but I'm not.
Nobody's perfect. We all try. So what is your Monday morning motivation?
Well, my motivation, number one, is knowing that I woke up today. Okay, and that puts a smile on my face. And motivation for me is putting on some good music and singing and dancing around and then getting my day started. That's how I get myself motivated, and that's my motivation. And then knowing that I kind of prioritize for today, for my business world, the day before. So I know when I wake up, I have a purpose, and that's being motivated, and that's my motivation.
Well, you can't but having a purpose. I like that.
I like that.
Fantastic.
Very nice stuff.
Thank you, Charlotte, for tuning in. Charlotte Lustig, yes?
Yes, thank you
Are
for
you
saying my
fan?
name.
And I want to, and I've been trying.
And I'm so happy to finally speak to you.
I've been trying to talk to Charlotte because I wanted to bring her in so we could talk about advertising and marketing because she's a guru and everything else. But she has so many things going on around her, I couldn't staple her down. But I want to thank you for calling. We've been talking.
Staple her down. That's a good thing.
Well, you know, staple.
You're
Staple.
such a way with words.
And I couldn't do it. But I mean, she's a longtime friend, and I feel like I know her, though I've never met her. And thank you for calling in. It's very brave of you doing
Thank you. And please get that idea about the multicolor mask up and running. I sent you a message today. Just go with it, patent it, and go down a Shark Tank because it'll happen. I think that's the best idea. I think it'll shake people up a little bit. I don't know if it's legal to do that with HIPAA laws, but with all that being said, Freddie, only you would come up with that idea, and I applaud you.
That's true.
That's Freddie for president, baby. Oh, you know that I got to pick my vice president by Friday.
Oh,
My running mate. You see, Biden's picking his. I already know who he's picking.
who's he picking?
I'm not gonna
Wait a
say
minute, it's not
I'll write it
Dawn?
down and give it to you. When
Okay.
they answer, you read it on there. See if I get it right.
Okay.
But I got to remember.
I mean, Dawn has to be your running mate. She has a wand.
No, I don't know.
have to be running
I don't know. Dawn is a little bit. Gotta put a little Crisco on them squeaky wheels. She's a little bit out there, honey. I don't know. The whole world may turn colors.
Oh my God! Well, I love you too, and thank you for putting me on air. And I have a virtual meeting in about 20 minutes. I have to go finish preparing.
Thanks,
So
Charlotte.
thank you so much for being who you are. Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you,
great week.
That's
Bye-bye.
interesting.
you as well. You're both so delightful.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Charlotte is a longtime new friend.
A long-time new friend. I know. She's always watching and commenting,
know.
which is
I
amazing.
know. She drives around her car and she makes comments. Really cool people. All right, Teddy, what do you consider successful? How do you measure success?
Happiness and content. Like you're content, you're happy with how everything's going.
So content to you would be a form of successful.
Yeah, if I don't have to keep striving, if I'm happy where I am, I'm happy the way everything's going, I find that successful.
Now, I bring it up because over the weekend, as you saw, I started to look at the numbers on the shows. And I did some analytical work on some of the shows and networks because I was quickly informed that isn't a show, that's a network. So the Amp Media Production is a network that's doing over 55,000 impressions a month. But some of the shows in here were very impressive. And not because I'm saying it, I proved it, right? I mean, Mia's show through the roof, Teddy's show through the roof. And there was one more that's turning the corner, which is Fuego. It's number 4 on the set. But all of these shows, for me, success means that they're successful.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is that the way I measure success has nothing to do with me.
It's like me paying the crew. I know. It's because you and I think differently.
Well, I
than
mean,
most
no matter
people.
what anybody, no matter what I think, whatever everybody else thinks is really what's going to measure your success, no? So if people come in and say I'm full of donkey dust, then I guess that's.
But
who
are
I
you
am.
here for other people, or are you here to
No.
do what you're?
I
you
don't
set out
care.
to
It
do?
doesn't make a difference to me. I've been in this business, laughed out, thrown out of offices and everything else. But I know that if Teddy does real well and Vincenzo here and does his show does real well and Selena gets hers rolling and Small Talk pops and goes. I love Hector's show. I think that the doing the restaurant thing that he does, the making
Homemade with
food,
the animator. His bread and butter piece from the weekend was great.
I think is phenomenal. So I measure success by the success of others, not by mine, which I guess my mentality has never changed. That's one of the reasons I never wanted to go on Facebook. I never wanted to go on Twitter. I never wanted to do social media. And you and Gio sort of talked me into doing it, I think, 5-6 years ago. And we went. But I didn't want it to be a popular contest.
We've been doing a lot. Val, you have small talk today? Who are you talking to?
No one.
No one. We get to hear the rambling of Val at 10:30 this morning. Small talk with Val.
Do you have a subject?
What is he
Lazy Sundays.
I kind of like that.
Did you have a lazy Sunday? You were off this weekend.
I did.
Was it nice?
It was.
I didn't. Theoretically, it was a lazy Sunday because I had nothing physically I had to do. But work-wise, I worked from 7 in the morning until 11:15. I took 2 hours off to sit outside and work out. Other than that, I worked. That was kind of a lazy Sunday, but not.
I slept till 9:30 on Saturday. Turned my phone off. 9:45. I slept. I says, I'm so freaking tired. I just let it go.
Good. You were tired.
I was. So I didn't work. I said, I mean, I worked a little bit with
I know
Gio
you
last
didn't
night.
because people keep texting us. Can you do this? Can you do this? It's been 4 days. Can you do this?
No, I took care of reinventing.
Did you take care of that? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
But the problem is that the show was here. And I wasn't going to come all the way down here to do this, so I had to take a shortcut to do it, but I had to get to my computer to do it.
Also, we got Reinvented Life this afternoon at 2:30. We've got 2 BYOBs. We've got a BYOB with Natalia Levy airing today at 11, and then we're going to have Bridget's BYOB tomorrow at 11. We're going to put BYOB. My goal is to run it Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. as a consistency piece. We've got different hosts. We've got different people. We're offering different opportunities.
How
to
can
see
you do
leveling
that
up
when
your
you have other
business.
shows at 11?
The magic of 2 studios. How you like that? Because none of our hosts come in here.
I'm not
So-
even going to look that way. I'm going to look at you because I know you speak Martian.
Trust me, I have it all worked out in my head. Slick and I had a whole little conversation about it.
No, I understand what the heart is willing to do, but it's all in the timing.
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out because the only way to get legs on a network and a show
Is by isolating the show.
consistency.
Is by isolating the show and letting it grow. If you're going to compete it with another show,
I'm not competing with another show.
but if you're running two at the same time, you're competing against yourself. Just saying.
We'll see. Because right now I see a lot of openings there.
Oh, I'll look at the board master.
Hmm.
Now, I have a couple of suggestions for change. We got 4 minutes.
Or at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yes.
I would like to open up a music department,
Okay.
which means that shows that need music will go to a person.
Can I ask you a question?
No,
Why can't we grow what we have instead of layering on more?
because everybody that's in here, you see, you're not the one that's dealing with the strikes against YouTube. You're not the one dealing with the marks that are coming out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch. You're not the one that's getting threatened to getting taken off the air. So I've come up with a perfect solution. We know somebody in here who knows what the music that should be played on these junctions, right? So if
That
we go
person
to,
shall remain nameless. That person.
well, that person's going to teach one person so that if you need music, you have to go to the department. I don't want you pulling it out of the rabbit out of the
I think we
hat.
should have Selena run that department.
Well, I don't care who runs it, but do you understand the difference between running music and running music? Royalty free is not good enough anymore. You have to do the other one.
Yes.
And there's still a problem with attribution free because you are allowed to change attribution free anytime you want. So let's say that nobody hears your music and all of a sudden you're on a show that has 55,000 people watching it. That's how I says, well, wait a minute. I want attribution. And because of that and because of the virus, there's nobody looking at the history of it, they're going to mark your network. And if you get 3 marks, you're out. I mean, you imagine 12 years of my life going down the drain because people are putting music from other shows, and I don't know if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. You understanding me? You get it? That's why we need a music department.
Okay.
So that you go to one person, and then that person will be accountable because they're going to do the homework on the music.
Well, here's my question to you. To grow an empire,
Hold on. Dawn says.
you make that up. To grow an empire, media empire. How do you put little drips in a bucket all the time instead of letting one bucket fill up and then a few other drips? It seems like, you know, there's like these little cubes that you would stack up in math and you would add them up and then you had numbers. Well, you keep layering and you got a drip here and a drip here and a drip there and a drip there. Next thing you know, I've got 50 drips and I don't have any buckets full. Would you rather have a bucket full or 2, or do you rather have 50 drips?
I don't build an empire on drips. And I don't build an empire on 50 buckets.
Okay. Patty built.
Every network that you look at ABC, CBS, and NBC. Look at the big three. They've had successful shows like Friends, run for 20 years, Seinfeld. They had them on the same nights, and they found out that those nights blew up the network. Then they got smart, and they started to stretch it out so they could stretch out the success rate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that's the same thing we're doing. We got shows in here who've been running a little bit longer, and it's going to turn into something, and then you bring in the new ones that, like, Selena hasn't started hers yet. But then all of a sudden, Selena comes on the scene, and she starts popping and hopping. Then I got to surround Selena with the weaker ones that aren't getting the same recognition, not because the content is bad. It could be timing. It could be a lot of things. So what you do is you stretch out your gum to cover as much ground. Forget about drips and drabs. You never know. Did you think a month ago that Ant Media Productions were going to pop 55,000 views per month? Did you think our Roku channels are going to do 197,000 homes? Because if you thought that, then you know what? I'm going to shut up because you a genius.
I think you're all crazy. 197,000 homes downloading our app on Roku. It's just insane.
But I can show it to you.
I know.
I have shown it to you.
I know.
It's just the wildest thing you've ever seen.
It's unbelievable.
Now, it could be because there's a lot of people more home and they get curious and they blink and blink and blank, whatever. But now it's all over the world. That Roku thing is everywhere in the UK and everything else. So we came up with The Cafe Goes to Europe. And this show right now is being watched in
Actually,
Europe.
before I know we got to go, but people ask me, have we started in Europe yet? And my answer is yes.
Yes, we have.
They ask if they've seen the promotions. They want to know, has it started? Where do they
We
find
have, but
it?
there's a little problem with the conversion of the Ethernet.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess we've got one more phone call before we go.
Absolutely. Come on, call it in. We'll keep it going, baby. Yes.
Okay.
We have. But the object of the game is that you want to bring forward. BYOB is spectacular. You even had shows follow BYOB who become productions, not only on social media, but on WNN Radio, which if you have a business and you want it to expand to people, you want to be on radio, you want to be on Roku, you want that one bullet to become a machine gun, and bad analogy, I know bullets, but you want it to be wide and vast. Look what happened with Lenny and his piano playing. And people were saying, wow, that's pretty good. We came up with that in 15 minutes.
And Lenny's here to play today.
And look at Vincenzo here.
What's on your mask? I don't know. What's it say, Selena?
Oh, it's the Palm Beach mask that I sent out.
Oh, the Palm Beach County. I haven't gotten them yet. Have you gotten yours?
What the hell is that?
Palm Beach County sending out 2 masks to every household.
Well, I ain't got mine.
I haven't either.
Palm
Anyone
Beach
else?
County, where's mine? Do I live in? I don't live
Does
in Palm
it?
Beach County.
Yes, you do.
Do I? I thought I lived in Boca.
That's the city.
Oh.
That would be why we pay 2 tax bills. That why
Listen,
we
with
each have our
the
second
money I
tax
pay, I
bill.
should get 20 masks. With the money you pay, you
The
should
money
pay
I
40
paid
masks.
last year, yeah, for sure.
So the object of the game is to create the network. I mean, talking about networks, I got 2 dynamite political shows going on tonight.
All right, you ready?
We're ready.
What do you got? Good morning.
You have to hit transfer on the phone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Freddie. This is JC Dreesen.
Hey, JC, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're
Is
good.
that JC Dreesen?
Yes, it is.
JC, ba, how are you? She's the singer, right?
I'm great. I'm good. It's so nice to hear your voices. I've missed you guys.
We miss you, too. Are you still in New York or are you back in Florida?
Nope, I'm in New York. I just did a show last night on Metropolitan Zoom. I'm doing virtual shows because obviously we're not doing live shows right now. So I did a show last night, a Broadway to Hollywood show, which was really wonderful. And, I wanted to call in this morning because it was exciting the way you want to know what motivates me on a Monday morning.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what motivates me. Loyalty. It's so important in this day and age and what we're all going through is to stick by your people, stick by your friends, and I have very loyal friends that always stand by me, and it just means the world to me. And I guess I just wanted to put it out there so much. I mean, I try and get that across in my shows when I do that, when I perform, how much everybody, when I'm performing, because it's all, everything I do is all from the heart, So, but to be able to like really speak to the people out there and just say how appreciative I am of their loyalty, of being my friends and being my supporters and always being there for me. It's just, you can't put a price tag on that.
Amen. That
And I
is
tell
true.
you, she has the voice of a goddess. She can sing. And music is one of the things that we don't have enough of. I still don't understand why Facebook and all the social media people don't put a special channel together so that music can be heard, because it sort of calms the savage beast, like we did in Italy when the lady played the violin on top of the hospital and things of that nature. It just calms you down. So
Yeah.
Steve tries to do that. He gets 2,000, 3,000 people in 45 minutes, and then they shut him down and things of that nature. But maybe we do JC at the Apollo improvise or something, because she's in New York.
I like that.
Something like
I
that.
love that.
Because I'm going to tell you, this lady, we had her booked for Meisner Park.
We're going to get back there. January, I think we're rescheduled for.
I hope so. But we have her all scheduled with some other singers. But JC was going to head it off when we were going to do this back when, and it got canceled. But maybe we do something on the PPV with JC, and we'll do
What's wrong, Teddy?
JC at the Apollo improvise.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, that would be something really, really exciting. I would love to be part of that.
That would be something fun.
Awesome.
But we've had JC with us
Yeah.
on live shows in different places.
JC, if anyone, JC can always bring a tear to your eye, a good tear, but your voice is absolutely
Aw.
spectacular. When is your next?
Thank you so
When's your
much.
next virtual engagement? I guess.
Actually, the next one I'm doing is October 4th.
Oh, not for a while.
It's a Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing like little stuff here and there, but nothing, like publicly. Yeah, so the next public event is October 4th, which is a Sunday at 7 p.m. In the interim, I'm hoping to get down to Florida, in between right now. I don't know what's happening. Everything's crazy with the 14-day quarantine. You have to be, if you go down to Florida and then you come back to New York, you got to be quarantined for 14 days. So I don't know if that's going to work for me right now. So, but I'm just hanging in there, doing my thing and staying home and trying to stay healthy and just try and do virtual stuff and put things together. I'm always looking for, something new, obviously. Because it's just a new age right now. Everything is so new that you just gotta be open-minded to all different kinds of stuff. So that's where it's at right now. But loyalty is so important.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Happy
so
Monday.
much.
Stay safe. Thanks for calling in.
Happy Monday. Thanks,
right.
guys. I hope to see you soon.
You too. Be safe.
You too, honey. We'll be in touch.
All right, we got
Motivational Monday.
Motivational Monday.
And Dawn said Motivational Monday.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would even work.
I want to download this video, see if we can get it up for
200%.
for 12
You got two
o'clock
phone
hour
calls.
from Brenda Warren.
And you should see everybody writing in.
We got to get ready for Small Talk with Val coming to you at 10:30. Got to flip over the set. Got lots of things going on today. It is National S'mores Day, so tune in for 12 o'clock because Freddie apparently is a s'mores virgin.
I don't
So
know
you're
what
gonna
the
get
hell
your
that
first
is. A
s'more.
s'mores virgin.
You're a s'mores virgin. Might be the only kind.
Huh?
You're
Hey.
Val.
Hey.
What does Val say? We're making s'mores, and we got Barrel Monks joining us on the 12 o'clock hour, so nothing better to go with your s'more than, I guess, some craft beer. So stay tuned. Have a great morning. Check out Small Talk with Val coming to you at 10:30, and see what else we got cooking on all of our networks. Have a great day, and we'll see you in a few.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can pick in every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of